Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is Wyln News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. Wyln News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on Wyln News. I'm Derek Martinez. State police have arrested a suspect they say was allegedly involved in 2 Scranton shootings. According to state police, Jeremiah Cleveland was arrested in connection with 2 drive-by shootings on the 400 block of Harrison Avenue and the 300 block of Prospect Avenue. Police say they investigated the area and encountered one of the suspects on North Decker Court. Officers say the suspect opened fire on police, hitting Detective Kyle Gilmartin in the head, while another officer returned fire on the suspect. Officials report that Gilmartin's condition is critical, but that he is stable. The suspect's injuries are non-life-threatening. Cleveland is not being charged with shooting Gilmartin. However, he is being charged with recklessly endangering other people, illegally carrying a firearm, and firing shots into an occupied structure. Cleveland is also facing charges in another case, where police say they witnessed a domestic dispute between Cleveland and a woman on September 22nd. The suspect who wounded Gilmartin has not yet been identified. If you have any information on the incident, you are asked to contact the Scranton Police Department at 570-963-3156. A former Lackawanna County attorney has been sentenced to up to 23 months in prison for soliciting sex acts in exchange for legal services. Corey Colcharno was sentenced on Thursday to a period of 4 to 23 months in prison, followed by 2 years of probation. According to an investigation by the Office of Attorney General and Pennsylvania State Police, Colcharno had used his position to solicit sexual acts from clients and one client's sister between 2018 and 2022. Officials say several of the women were struggling with addiction or had a history of being sexually abused. Colcharno previously pled guilty to 4 felony counts of promoting prostitution and was required to surrender his license for practicing law. In a statement, Attorney General Michelle Henry said Colcharno's actions were despicable and that Thursday's sentencing holds Colcharno accountable for his crimes. A Scott Township man charged with homicide was seen in court on Wednesday. James Cosper faces charges after police say he stabbed his 82-year-old mother to death on December 27th. According to court documents, Cosper has admitted to utilizing various knives and weapons to intentionally kill his mother and has waived his right to a preliminary hearing for the case. Cosper is facing charges of homicide, assault, tampering with evidence, and abuse of a corpse. His trial has not yet been scheduled. A man has been arrested in Scranton after police say he sexually assaulted an autistic woman. According to Scranton police, Mario Valentine was home alone with the victim on January 6th when he began sexually assaulting her. Police say the victim then went upstairs and called a friend, telling them she was scared. When questioned by police, officers say Valentine admitted to having sexual intercourse with the victim, but claimed she had given consent for him to do so. Valentine faces charges of rape by forcible compulsion, rape of a mentally ill or deficient victim, and aggravated indecent assault, among other charges. The National Weather Service has issued a wind advisory for several counties in our viewing area. In Luzerne County, the wind advisory is in effect from 7 p.m. this evening until 2 a.m. on Saturday. Southeast winds of 25 to 35 miles per hour are expected, with gusts up to 55 miles per hour. According to the National Weather Service, the strongest winds will occur in areas of higher terrain. Residents are warned that gusty winds could blow around unsecured objects and blow down tree limbs. Similar wind advisories have been issued for Columbia and Schuylkill counties, where strong winds are expected to continue through 9 p.m. on Saturday. A Rhode Island man was arrested by Wilkes-Barre Township Police on Thursday on retail theft charges. According to police, Stephen Leroy Smith stole merchandise from a neighboring business and fled from police into the Wilkes-Barre Township Sam's Club. While in the Sam's Club, police say Smith attempted to hide in an employee-only area. Smith was eventually apprehended after police say they found him hiding behind a cardboard box baler. Smith has been charged with retail theft, criminal trespass, and evading arrest, among other charges. He is currently behind bars at the Luzerne County Prison, unable to post his $10,000 bail. Hazleton Public Transit has announced that their office will be closed on Monday, January 15th, in observance of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. The office will resume normal office hours the following Tuesday. Church Street Station will remain open and buses will still be running on Monday. For additional information on bus schedules, you can call 570-497-4610. Coming up on Wyln News, officials ask the public for help in locating the missing woman. Plus, Hazleton area students qualify for the State FBLA Leadership Conference. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Melania. Tomorrow is going to be cloudy.
Weather Kids is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. Your health deserves a partner.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Chura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazleton, 570-454-7229.
There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information.
Welcome back to WYLN News. The Clinton County Department of Emergency Services is asking the public for help in locating the missing person. 79-year-old Esther Haydix was last seen wearing a black shirt, black pants, and black boots. According to officials, Haydix left her home on Spong Hollow Road in Pine Creek Township sometime between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. on Friday, January 12th. Officials say Haydix was traveling on foot in an unknown direction. Haydix is described as a white female standing 5 feet tall and weighing 150 pounds. According to officials, Haydix suffers from dementia and may seek shelter in a garage, outbuilding, or vehicle. If you see Haydix, you are asked to call 911. Over 45 Hazleton area students have qualified to participate in the 73rd Annual State FBLA Leadership Conference. The conference will be held in Hershey in April. The 45 students qualified by competing against hundreds of competitors at the Region 16 FBLA Conference. Students at the event competed in a variety of categories, including client services, broadcast journalism, accounting, cybersecurity, and parliamentary procedure. The Borough of Cunningham will be hosting a tree burning and movie night on Sunday. During the event, Cunningham residents will be able to drop off live Christmas trees to burn in the field at the Cunningham Valley Civic Organization building located on Main Street. Residents are asked to place their trees in the coned-off area just east of the parking lot. Meanwhile, residents are invited to enjoy s'mores, hot chocolate, and a showing of Dr. Seuss's The Grinch in the CVCO gym. The event will begin at 5:30 p.m. on Sunday and is free for Cunningham residents. Coming up on Freeland's News Choice, Ryan Prosick covers the Hazleton area varsity swim meet on Let's Talk Sports. Plus, our furry friends are back on Pets of the Week. Then we check in with Representative Dane Watrow on Watrow's weekly update. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Feel Good Friday. I'm joined with Dr. John. Dr. John, how's it going?
Great. I love every day.
Yep. Every day is a blessing. And so we're going to talk about New Year's resolutions because it's that time. It's 2024. And we're going to talk about picking them because some people might have not picked them. I haven't yet, but...
The research I've read, because of all the goodies we just partaked in, the number one New Year's resolution, of course, is losing weight. But 75% of people stop going to the gym 6 weeks after New Year's. So the goal, in my opinion, is find something that you love to do. Walking in the snow, and that way stick to something if you love doing. Like I love to go for walks with my dog, and it's not like a harder thing for me to do. So stick to the New Year's resolution. Number one is losing weight. Try to go to it maybe 3-4 times a week and just try to mentally stick to that a new routine.
I'd like to thank Dr. John for joining us on Feel Good Friday, and we'll see you next time.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Hello, I'm Wyln historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Welcome back to a Friday edition of Let's Talk Sports. As you may have heard, Hazleton area hosted a swim meet last night. Dallas area was welcomed into the Hazleton area Cougar Pool for a girls and boys swim meet. We're going to start with the girls, who suffered a tough defeat at the hands of Dallas, 124-55. They swam hard, they gave it their all. They're going to look to rebound next week against Berwick. The meet is in Berwick, and it is next Wednesday, the 17th. We're going to recap the boys as well. They suffered a tough loss, 103-72. Sebastian Martinez finished first in the 100-meter backstroke with a time of 105.86. The team also won the 200-meter medley relay. Sebastian was on that team, as well as Chase Kashak, Jose Sandoval, and Jay Rosentalk. So congrats to them on their victory in the event. And the boys will also join the girls in Berwick on the 17th. So congrats to all swimmers who gave it their all last night. And as promised, we're going to move into the finish of my 2023-2024 NFL playoffs bracket. I gave you the first week overview of the games to expect this weekend. A lot of great stuff going on this weekend, but we're going to start off in round 2. And I'm going to admit that there is a lot of consensus picks here. It's not really moving off consensus. I mean, I just think the best teams are going to win, and the best teams are coincidentally the higher seed here. A couple upsets in week 1, and by a couple, I mean just one with the Rams beating the Lions. But in week 2 of NFL playoffs, I have Baltimore over Cleveland. I just think Lamar Jackson is playing at too high of a level, and the run game is just working. Zay Flowers is having a fantastic rookie campaign, and Mark Andrews has been designated to return for practice, which is really big considering they have the bye week this week, so he'll be able to ramp up in practice this week, as I think they will be playing the Cleveland Browns. So Baltimore will advance to your AFC Championship game. I also have Kansas City against Buffalo, which, come on, so many classics over the years. I think they're going to give us another one in Buffalo. I will take the Buffalo Bills to win this game. I just think Kansas City's offense is not that great this year, and Buffalo is just, they peaked at the right time, honestly. That's what it is. They were almost out, like I've said, and now they're back in it, and they're one of the favorites. I think Buffalo is going to go to the AFC title game. Kansas City has to add a legit wide receiver weapon in the offseason. I know Rashee Rice is good, but Travis Kelce, with the injury, it looks like his playing career is coming to an end, and hopefully it's not, because he's super fun to watch on the field. But then we have, moving over to the NFC side, as the AFC Conference Championship game will be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Buffalo Bills in Baltimore. Moving on to the NFC, if you thought you were going to see a different matchup than the 1 and 2 seed, I'm sorry about that. I wish it would play out different. I wish someone would get hot. I wish the Rams would get hot, but I know they just beat San Fran, but that was San Fran's backups, and the Rams didn't play their starters either. But I think San Fran at home has a big advantage over the Rams with just all the talent in that roster and the coaching. Give me the San Francisco 49ers advancing the NFC title game. And this pains me to do it, but I have Dallas over Philadelphia. Dallas is just basically unbeatable at home, and they're going to get a home playoff game against their arch rivals, the Philadelphia Eagles, and we saw what happened last time they played at home. Hopefully, A.J. Brown's player-only meeting helped and worked out for the team, but we'll see here. So 1 and 2 seeds in the NFC and AFC, and in the matchup between Baltimore and Buffalo, give me Baltimore. I just think they're the best team in the conference. They got the rest. If Mark Andrews plays at a high level, I don't think Buffalo's defense will be able to stop this dynamic attack from Baltimore. Then I have San Fran and Dallas is going on the road where they don't play good, so give me San Francisco, and we have another rematch of an older Super Bowl, Baltimore at San Fran. You remember the lights went out in the last one. I don't think they're going to be able to go out in this one, but we'll see about that. So Baltimore and San Fran, my championship pick is the Baltimore Ravens. I just think San Francisco is going to not get over the hump with Baltimore's tough defense. We saw it already in the regular season. Baltimore came into San Francisco and crushed them. I think it's going to happen again. Their defense is too good, and they throw too many looks at Brock Purdy for him to adjust. So Baltimore is my official pick for Super Bowl champions. We're going to be back on Monday to recap Wild Card Weekend, as well as the basketball game tonight, which will be broadcast on WYLN. A lot coming your way in terms of content, so we hope to see you back here on Monday. Have a good one.
You will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nescopec and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update, posted daily between noon and 2 p.m., powered by Lehigh Valley Health Network. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner. There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. WYLN is first in live sports. Winter sports starts in January. Make sure you check out WYLN TV for all the sports action. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton is proud to partner with WYLN to bring you all the best high school sports action. Lehigh Valley Health Network is your orthopedics and sports medicine partner.
There's no time like the present to adopt a pet, and the SPCA of Luzerne County has more breeds, shapes, and sizes of furry friends for you to check out this week. Everyone say hello to Frankie. Frankie is now ready for a forever home. Frankie hasn't had the best beginning, but he is sweet with a friendly disposition. Nothing gets him down. He is a very affectionate and playful guy. Frankie is 8 years old and approximately 48 pounds. A dog meet and greet would be required. Next up, meet Otis. Otis is a beautiful 9-month-old male tabby who was surrendered for adoption through no fault of his own. He is a sweet guy who is just waiting around for his new forever family. Call 570-825-4111 to come on down and check out these featured pets and more. You may just meet your new best friend and give them a well-deserved forever home.
Welcome back to Watro's Weekly Updates. I'm here with State Representative Dan Watro. Dan, how's it going?
It's going great. Thank you again for having me again this week.
It's a pleasure as always. So we're going to get into some topics. We're going to talk about some funding because you brought that up before we were recording here.
Yeah, $10 million within a short period of time. 12 months, the good Senator Argyle and myself brought back to our district, the 116th Legislative District, the Greater Hazleton area, and Northern Schuylkill County, $10 million. That's infrastructure and many other great monies we brought back to different programming here in the district, and we look at fighting for much more money here to bring back in the 116th Legislative District.
Yep, and that's important. Infrastructure is because you see it around just when you're driving around and.
Yes, you need your water, you need your sewage. That is so important, and when people might say, well, I didn't see $10 million worth of work being done there, but it's when they turn their spigot on and flush, yeah, that's what counts. And sometimes people just don't see it, but it's working, and that's the main thing. And we're just, the Senator and I are very happy to report that $10 million back to this district. It's very rewarding to have that type of money brought back. And being a freshman, so it's once again, it's just rewarding to be able to deliver on that in that capacity.
Yep, achieving a lot in a short amount of time here. And also we have to talk about what you've been up to, because yesterday you visited a senior living home and I saw you were playing dominoes.
I was, yeah, just like you. I have a hard time keeping track of where you're at because you're all over the place. I like to do the same. We got to learn our area, report what's happening in the services out there for the people, and seniors are near and dear to my heart, just as veterans are. So I had a visit at the Hazleton high-rise complex. It's one of 3, so we're starting to tour a little bit, starting there right by Giant, and got to explain over there. I think there was over about 2 dozen residents.
There definitely was, yeah. I saw the photos, yeah.
And I got to explain the services that my office provides. From rent rebates to LIHEAP to so many great things, handicap placards we could assist with in getting that driver's license, because individuals do drive that is actually in that high rise. So it's very important to make sure we deliver the information to the citizens here in the Commonwealth so they know what is out there and what's provided for them. Secondly, I always have the opportunity, whether if it's bingo or dominoes, to play with them, and it's so fun. I have not won any game yet.
I was just about to ask if you won.
No, I got it handed to me pretty good, but that's okay. It was fun, and maybe next time when I go back, I'll go for round 2.
You go for round 2. Maybe improve your game a little bit in your spare time if you have any.
Yeah,
you're busy like you said.
I'm gonna have to start trying. Maybe I'll have my staff with me, Lucas or somebody, to brush up on my game a little bit.
Study some YouTube videos there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you also have some events coming up. You have a coffee and conversation with Senator Argyle.
Yeah, that's next Thursday morning in the Schuylkill portion of our district, East Union Township in Shepton. And they're very good to have. And the reason why is people could come to us face to face and have a conversation. Any state-related matter, bring it up, let's talk about it, let's talk. Have a cup of coffee too, I love coffee. Only 2 cups a day. But another thing we're going to do next week with the coffee and conversation prior to that event on Thursday, on Wednesday, we're doing a teletown hall meeting. And I'm going to have a special guest there with me as well. I'll give you a hint. First name Senator, last name Orgel. So he's going to be joining me in my teletown hall on Wednesday evening. I'll be, doing a robocall prior, letting everybody know, hey, it's coming the day before, and if they don't get the phone call, I'll give them the number that they could go ahead and call in, or the resources where to look for that number. Like I said, it's very important whether you do it face-to-face. Everybody just can't make it. People got to work. They live a busy lives, raising children, whatever the case may be. So that's why it's important to do the teletown hall piece as well.
Yep, it's very important. They could reach you in a multitude of ways at home or face-to-face, and it's important to know your representatives in your area.
That's right.
And so as we close down this segment here, do you have anything else you want to tell the people about? I know we mentioned Facebook, so let's talk about that.
Facebook, I know I'm not a social media type of guy, and by no means, and I have a lot of help with it, but if you are on Facebook, please click that like button, because it's super important to get updated current state-related matters on my Facebook site, but also to that, my repwatro.com. That website I have, it's a state site, and that also gives you updated information on what's out there, how to contact me or my office for state-related services. And also on that site, you can sign up for my weekly newsletters. Every week, if you go on the repwatro.com website, you can put your email address in there, and every Friday, I send out a weekly email blast to everybody that's on it. We have a couple thousand right now, and that, once again, lets you know what I'm doing in the district and lets you know what's coming out there, because real soon those rent rebates will be surfacing, and that's super important to put money back in your pocket.
Yep, it definitely is. So like and follow the Facebook, sign up for the newsletter so you know what's going on in your community. But I'd like to thank State Representative Dan Wacho for joining us today on Wacho's Weekly Updates, and we'll see you next time.
If you're just tuning in, here's a recap of our top stories. State police have arrested a suspect they say was allegedly involved in 2 Scranton shootings. According to state police, Jeremiah Cleveland was arrested in connection with 2 drive-by shootings on the 400 block of Harrison Avenue and the 300 block of Prospect Avenue. Police say they investigated the area and encountered one of the suspects on North Decker Court. Officers say the suspect opened fire on police, hitting Detective Kyle Gilmartin in the head, while another officer returned fire on the suspect. Officials report that Gilmartin's condition is critical, but that he is stable. The suspect's injuries are non-life-threatening. Cleveland is not being charged with shooting Gilmartin. However, he is being charged with recklessly endangering other people, illegally carrying a firearm, and firing shots into an occupied structure. Cleveland is also facing charges in another case, where police say they witnessed a domestic dispute between Cleveland and a woman on September 22nd. The suspect who wounded Gilmartin has not yet been identified. If you have any information on the incident, you are asked to contact the Scranton Police Department at 570-963-3156.
And that does it for the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest news and updates on our YouTube, Facebook, or at our website at wylntv.com. Stay with us for a look at the weather.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.